Antisocial behaviors are actions that harm or lack consideration for the well-being of others. Antisocial behavior is labeled as such when it is deemed contrary to prevailing norms for social conduct. The American Psychiatric Association, in its Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, diagnoses persistent antisocial behavior as antisocial personality disorder. The World Health Organization includes it in the International Classification of Diseases as dissocial personality disorder. Development, intent and discrimination may determine both pro- and antisocial behavior. Infants may act in seemingly antisocial ways and yet be generally accepted as too young to know the difference before the age of 4 or 5. Berger states that parents should teach their children that emotions need to be regulated, not depressed. Antisocial behavior in the UK. An antisocial behavior order is a civil order made against a person who has been shown, on the balance of evidence, to have engaged in antisocial behavior. The orders, introduced in the United Kingdom by Prime Minister Tony Blair in 1998, were designed to criminalise minor incidents that would not have warranted prosecution before. The Crime and Disorder Act 1998 defines antisocial behavior as acting in a manner that has caused or was likely to cause harassment, alarm or distress to one or more persons not of the same household as the perpetrator. There has been debate concerning the vagueness of this definition. In a survey conducted by University College London during May 2006, the UK was thought by respondents to be Europe's worst country for antisocial behaviour, with 76% believing Britain had a big or moderate problem. Current legislation governing antisocial behaviour in the UK is the Antisocial Behaviour, Crime and Policing Act 2014, which received royal assent in March 2014 and comes into enforcement in October 2014. This replaces tools such as the ASBO with 6 streamlined tools designed to make it easier to act on antisocial behaviour. Influence of media on antisocial behaviour. Many of the studies regarding the media's influence on antisocial behavior have been deemed inconclusive. The violence, racism, sexism, and other antisocial acts are attributed to things such as genetic predisposition and violence in the home. Some reviews have found strong correlations between aggression and the viewing of violent media, while others find little evidence to support their case. The only unanimously accepted truth regarding antisocial behavior is that parental guidance carries an undoubtedly strong influence. Providing children with brief negative evaluations of violent characters helps to reduce violent effects in the individual. Media may not only impact on antisocial behaviors like violence and sexism, but social isolation is also a possible result of media consumption. The wide use of Internet and portable technologies makes us connected and online most of our time. Internet as a communication system works as our universal information service when it comes to everything. We use it as our typewriter, telephone, clock, and radio. Never before has one system subsuming other intellectual technologies to the same extent as the Internet. Furthermore, never has a communication system influenced our thoughts as the Internet does today, and yet little has been written about our psychological impact. Even if the Internet is a great source of information, the way we process the information gathered on the net is far from the kind of deep reading printed pages requires. The quiet spaces that is needed when deep thinking and reading, and in order to foster new ideas, are jeopardized by the information society we are surrounded by. When always carrying around portable information technologies as smartphones and tablets, we tend to fill those quiet spaces with we can tend to. This behavior is also endangering social relationships. According to Turkle, a being alone can start to seem like a precondition for being together because it is easier to communicate if you can focus, without interruption, on your screen. Today our unregistered trademark shared spaces, such as train stations, are no longer places for physical interaction. A lot of people come together but neither to meet or speak with one another. However, the majority do have ongoing social interaction through their mobile devices. Those social portals are often used in both public and private places. In private situations, including the dinner table, for example, the psychological departures are signaled in more subtle ways. It can be a glance down at a mobile device, or a vibration signal in the trouser pocket. See also. References. External links: antisocialbehaviour.org.uk, journalistresource.org, disastercentre.com, New York Times, asp.co.uk. Report Antisocial Behaviour in the UK.